Here's Myles Garrett's statement, and I'll say that the last sentence is in bold on his statement, and he signs it at the end. As a kid dreaming of the NFL, all I focused on was this is real, right?
Yes, it is.
It almost seems unreal. It's ridiculous. As a kid dreaming of the NFL, all I focused on was the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl. And that goal fuels me today more than ever. My love for the community of Northeast Ohio and the incredible fan base of the Cleveland Browns has made this one of the toughest decisions of my life. These past 8 years have helped shape me into the man that I am today. While I've loved calling this city my home, my desire to win and compete on the biggest of stages won't allow me to be complacent. The goal was never to go from Cleveland to Canton, Myles Garrett writes. It has always been to compete for and win a Super Bowl. And then the last paragraph separated in bold. With that in mind, I have requested to be traded from the Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett. Where do we go from here, Bob?
We've been talking about what, hypothetically, a trade would look like for all these people locally tied to Pittsburgh. What about this one? What would a team be willing to give you for Myles Garrett?
Oh, I'll tell you the team I again have in mind because it's a team that has a chance to win and is a Myles Garrett away from winning, and that's the Buffalo Bills. That's an obvious choice. And there are others for sure, like anybody could use him. Who are some of the other teams? Cincinnati Bengals. Would they trade him in Ohio?
Division, I don't know if they do that. And I don't know, I mean, what are you going to give them? Cincinnati's trying to win.
Well, what's anybody going to give them? That's just an example of a team.
You have to look
Denver Broncos.
Denver's a team. How about the Chargers?
The Chargers. The Commanders.
Yeah.
Who else?
So what do you think it would look like? What would you get? Let's say it's mostly draft picks, because it probably will be.
First, I'm going to give you this. Ben Axelrod, who I believe is from Awful Announcing, he covers the Browns, I think, said there's no other way to look at this other than the Deshaun Watson trade cost the Browns 3 first-round picks, Nick Chubb's prime, and Myles Garrett. There's no other way to spin this.
Well, that's right. Wasted all those years.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe like this is falling into our laps here on a day when trades were going to be the theme. That might be, and I know there's Babe Ruth and others, that might be the most destructive trade in the history of professional sports. It ruined the Cleveland Browns. It ruined them.
And it was engineered by their owner. It had nothing to do with football people who were trying to make a trade. It was him.
Right. Their owner, who's, another.
And now the owner's going to be, what's he going to do about this? Is he going to say, okay, sure, Myles, he may say no.
If I'm him, I say yes in 2 seconds, and then I go out and get the best deal,
because you need to restock your cupboard.
Absolutely. And that the other thing that has me thinking about this very seriously is, are the Browns now going to jump ahead of the Steelers on a rebuild mission? When the Steelers should be trading a guy like TJ Watt, they're going to hang on to their illusions and delusions that they're actually like in it, like they're a contender, like, oh, we're that close, while the Browns go back and rebuild and build up again. And lest I remind you, Bob, the Browns have one playoff win in recent vintage. The Steelers have none.